You said maybe a chance for them to let their hair down, let them loose a little bit more as well. But I imagine this Rush B team are going to be pretty well prepared for a sAw. You know, we have to think about the comparative, or I guess the difference in the experiences that these guys have had. For Rush B, they are going to be that much hungrier to steal away a spot and to steal away opportunities for some of these teams that have been at ESL Pro League before. And their opponent in the server is sAw.
So it's going to be starting things off with two sets of utility. Double flashes, smoke, and Molotov. Oh, well, that's a technical if I've ever seen one, Michael. I know I'd say it's tactical, but I'm willing to wager that's a lie.
I'm not so sure. You wouldn't use attack if it was attack. So they are maybe just trying to forecast. Time to remember the notes they jotted down.
Oops.
To see if it does come true. sAw have actually changed away from their game plan. You saw 2 sets of util, and then now they've only got 1.
Roman's being tricky, and he's brought it all back again.
Oh,
what a surprise!
Damn, he really threw me in for a spin.
There's a damn dastardly Roman.
Yeah, I mean, 1 smoke, couple flashes. It's hard to really foresee where that could have been used for, so 2 sets of util will be brought forward here from sAw, but they are grouping up towards the B-bomb site. Roman in at the steps in mid, but there are 3 players that are surveying that on Rush B.
Roman starts to go over. Texi's been taken down a peg, and he's backed off as well. Will be able to keep his alive for a while longer. Bomb site occupied, but Rush B are trying to set up for a retake which will not be allowed. Circling around the Jennies. Storian getting the bomb plant down. The rest of sAw safeguarding and offending Rush B.
I'll be honest, I did not expect this round to develop this way. I thought Rush B had a great sort of anti-strat to isolate Roman and stop that supportive util coming over towards that B-bomb site, but as soon as they realize that Roman is undergoing a bit of pressure, they just barrel into B, and unfortunately the defenders couldn't do much to slow down the progression in from sAw, so a very successful take, even if they were missing out one of the set of utility. Didn't matter in the end when they had overwhelming force.
I don't think they were expecting their setup to be taken out like that either, if it makes you feel any better. Great maneuvering around the generator, though, from sAw, and let's see whether that is going to be a team. Some good pathing and some faster plays. Of course, we were treated to some faster plays from Paravision on the CT side earlier up against Sinners, but it was too little too late for them to actually bring it all together.
Yeah, I mean, we were treated to some faster rounds from Sinners too, because that's what seemed to be their solution at the end, so to be honest, I wouldn't mind a slow round or 2. Not gonna get my wish. 5 players A with USPs. Muterus has to make sure he doesn't get spammed, has teammates with him, and this should be an easy enough cleanup, especially with Muterus still maintaining his position. It's Roman that gets gunned down, but they make sure to grab every last rifle. Upgrade for Muterus, but he'll probably give that back over to Roman. Yeah, no harm, no foul. Had 4 rifles, 1 SMG, and they escaped with those 4 rifles. But Rush B now have 5 rifles on the other side, and well, I want to see how quickly they're willing to take over this ramp control. Some teams do shy away, given that they, even though CTs actually have the better timing to swing into this angle, it can still be a little bit dangerous hovering in for that fight. Oh, they're still floating. And Rush B still making use of the deep ramp smoke as well. You can slide yourself down to yellow. Not many T's are going to swing out so wide, at least from what I've seen in the competitive play that I've experienced. Maybe that extra respect being given over to this starting angle that CTs can give. Notice behind the Molotov. In an angle where he could be overexposed, but one won't quite cut it. He was hoping to get more from that.
Hero's been able to spawn out Roman on the booster, but doesn't actually get a clear sightline now. Gets the one. He's trying to run away after jumping for information. He's maybe a little bit fortunate that there's Galil's on the other side. Penetration slightly lower, but it wouldn't have done the most damage anyway.
Yeah, all those bullets going over his head.
Quick set of smokes to try and get the bomb onto the site, but Aristos might have an idea or two if he wants to move through that very smoke. Kinky taken down, and Roman will be transferring that bomb over. Now, does feel like new default is in towards the white boxes. There's no other way to actually get it safely, otherwise CT pushes are hard to account for. Aristos story, though, now actually quite capable accountants. Past the ACC and all.
Now, sAw are one of those teams that really did make their mark, making Vertigo one of their pocket picks, one that they'd very frequently rely upon, but it's not been as generous to them as of late. We've seen a bit of a deterioration in their form. But I could also see them being one of the early adopters of the new way that Vertigo is played. While others are still trying to play a little bit of catch-up. Rush B, of course, have been plugging away at this map as well. But they just have less reps. So are very active. I kind of forgotten as well. This is a rematch from the ESL Challenger League.
Yes.
13-10 victory the last outing in favor of Rush B on this map.
I was actually trying to look up if I could find how to pronounce Texi. Is it Texily? Is it just Tex?
I'd say Texley.
Texley, okay. That's kind of hard to pronounce, but it's okay. We'll get it done.
I don't know what one is in Russian.
I was hoping he'd have, you know how HLTV's added the name tag?
Yeah, that's not for many people.
I thought maybe it's just one of those things you can input yourself into your own name. Hey. What can you do about it?
I feel like that should be a requirement, in fact.
I agree. You gotta submit your pictures, you gotta submit your pronunciation. Well, Rush, we are going to be saving that 1 here, or at least trying to do so. Nora will be moving back with it. I think he should be able to get away to safety. Story, and Roman trying to fight back up against the 5-7, but a bomb pushing Roman very firmly off of the building. I like ragdoll physics generally, but my problem is, if the body isn't going to move like that when it's alive, why is it only moving like that when it's dead? I want to see everyone flying whenever the bomb goes off.
Now, I've still got enough strength in these legs to counteract the shockwave.
At least if you jump up while the bomb goes off, you should be moved.
That sounds more annoying than fun. And I'm all about having fun. Let's see if Rush B can actually offer up some rounds of interest. Texley does find one over towards B, and there will be an advantage start for Rush B on the defense. Have to be worried about re-rotating back into mid. Already holding for it, and Story had a chance, but good reaction to duck away. Executor could have been executed himself.
Yeah, Story wasn't really ready for the deep CT angle, but why would you be?
Yeah.
Is there another boost for Story? No. This time it's going to be the fun one. I believe this is the AD spam one that we saw before. No, never mind. We never actually saw that one again. It was sAw doing it, right?
I do believe it was sAw the last time we watched them. Which I thought it was honestly the coolest thing.
Yeah. Well, for now, Kiro might be the coolest man. We're on the site. Should be first contact over here if sAw want to have anything to do at all with Short, but he's been forced off by a flashbang. Maybe not so cool after all. Nora, though, comes in. Only the one. Ujer Ujix trades, and now Ujix has gone right back over to the smoke where Texley is coming in for the spam. Ujix is going to try and get the bomb plant down where his teammate failed, but he will fail in much the same way. Like I said, Michael, default doesn't seem all that default anymore.
Yeah, and as well, they, sAw are trying to make use of the waterfall smokes that will just give so much more room and so much more coverage by that smoke, but also, something that's kind of undersold about these waterfall smokes is that they are weirdly easier to permeate when you shoot through them. Like, the gaps or the holes that are made by the bullets are...
Smoke density is lower, basically.
Yeah, they linger for longer.
Yeah.
And so you just get better sight lines, and so it actually becomes a very easy spam to do. But yeah, default is definitely not so great as it once was. You're protected by cover from the conventional CT rotates, old Vertigo. Now they've got new angles to abuse you from.
Hero finds himself Ujix, Molotov right back out towards ramp as well, so they can't chase after him, even if they had deployed one of their mollies. Nice attempt from Noda, but Roman is there to punish, and in the meanwhile, I think that spam that meets Muteris's head, he's not feeling all too happy about it. Grenade as well to follow up. Everyone on sAw is being weakened very greatly.
Yeah, and while everybody is under siege here on the side of sAw, Rozdosh is trying to reset into mid and maybe offer up another avenue of attack. Rush B are fully committed to the idea that this will be an A-sided finish.
And with Hero being found, it might as well be, but Rush B, they're about to have the rude awakening that it doesn't matter if it's an A-sided finish, they still need to get the frags. Positioning players here is not enough. Texley now coming in from behind, a 1-on-3. Plenty of time for the bomb to be planted if Story can just find it, but he is very concerned about the rotate being from elsewhere. Muteris turned away, free kill to be found for Texley. You would think so, but the middle finger feeling a little bit frisky gives him the auto jump up, and Rush B can't get it done.
Oh, he panicked. He got jump scared. Again, I will always push back on you for this. It is not always the scroll wheel that people are pressing. People will heavy hand their spacebar if they are panicking. I can guarantee you that. He jumped. He got scared. I'm willing to concede. But this is not a scroll wheel problem.
You're not getting jump scared and spacebarring it if you are behind the guy and you see him.
What? And I'm just putting I'm just running my middle finger down my mouse. I can't believe that either.
You use a AA battery mouse, okay, Michael? You don't have an opinion.
No, people aren't stupid.
So, however, in all of that conversation, I've lost 3 members. Kind of important, actually.
Yeah. See if they can punch it in quite convincingly, or whether or not sAw can make this round somewhat feasible. Double Molotov's out. Hero's in a great position, but unable to hit the shot. Does compensate onto Roman and has reinforcements right behind him. Story's just trying to escape, but he's going to fall right into Texley's arms, and this time he knows what's coming his way, but he's still deterred. Story will find him, but Texley's Molotov finishes the job.
The way they were running after his corpse, I thought they wanted to double off for a second. Very eager to get there, just in case maybe looking for utility more likely than not, but yeah. Those Molotovs from the T side, they are valuable to save.
Yeah, Texley just wanted some help. I think that's why everybody was rushing to save him.
So I have been rattled by losing 3 members that early on, though. They don't want it to happen again. Timeout's been called. Muteris is having some words.
It's about how they navigate their funds, because getting 3 rifles is about all they can afford, so they're gonna probably have to pace up to a certain degree, or do something to try and facilitate these rifles to create that opening opportunity. They're running with less than they did in some of these previous rounds. Well, we saw how quickly the B bomb site could fall in the pistol. Whether they'd be incentivized to give it a good old college try with the investment. Well, it's a very conventional start to this round, but U-Jerk's trying to slide into short. Kiro's already posted with the AWP, so it's really simple pickings.
Even though Kiro's been taking that exact same position so many times so far, well, okay. I don't actually think he's fired a shot from there yet. He's been forced away very often by utility or something like it, so this might be the first time he's actually shown the AWP presence there. In the meanwhile, Story does get the refrag, goes for more, and Kinky's able to get away with safety, even if that safety is only on 1 HP. There is offensive utility on the CT side still available. Molotov will buy some space, but Muteris is trying to take that time to move in. Kiro safeguarding the angle, but Kiro's missed the shot, and Muteris now knows. In the meanwhile, Kinky is taken down by Executor's grenade. Not ideal, but at least Executor is also trading that one away very quickly. Always thought he was good at trading. I didn't realize that's how committed he was to the idea.
Yeah, I mean, really nice stuff. Fighting around all this utility that sAw just trying to get back into more comfortable post plants. They just never get enough space to do so. Rushby maintaining that pressure, and Kira hitting some lovely shots. Started the round and finished it with a 3K. So we'll be humbled and put down onto an eco. I will make an amendment. I am reading. Apparently it is Texi.
Texi, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Which is also acceptable.
You have lied to me, Michael.
Well, no, I just assumed it would be
You
an
have
L.
lied to me.
It'll be an L and it would be awkward, but no, the I does make sense.
Well, Executor's turned around from the flashbang and gotten 3 quick kills. Comfy. Very comfy.
Oh, yeah.
He has picked up 5 kills in the past 2 rounds.
Yeah, and just loving that the ecos came his way.
Yeah. Both him and Kinky were having a rougher time before, and Rushby will need to activate them if they want to have a better shot, sir.
Do they, God forbid, rush B?
No? Not with that, Fred.
I'd honestly kind of like to see whether or not they have that capacity to them, because right now sAw are playing this slower build, and Rush B are playing right in tempo to that. They are not getting caught off. They have all their util prepared, and I know they're just going through the motions, I think, at the start of these CT rounds.
Well, that's not the most favorable angle for either one of these players, but Roman gets the better of Executor. Flashbang user trying to force Kiro off on the shot. Roman's wallbangs are leaving Kiro very unhealthy.
I can't believe he turned around to throw a Molotov right at him. That could have been very scary if Roman had any help, but Texi maybe needs some help. Spotted out at default, and that Kira AWP is tagged up. Orozdosh setting himself up with utility. Some flashes over, and HE as well. Orozdosh will double up for the entry, but he draws his knife, and Noda is there to pick up the slack on this bomb site. Rushby down to these 2 remaining defenders. They've got them on the wrong side of the map. Bomb is headed towards A.
I think he's trying to beat past that smoke. Will be able to find himself the one. Now Bomb is alone, but U-Jerks comes alive at the back of the bomb site, leading into CT, knows where Nota is as well. Nota trying to turn the corner, will find a headshot, but that's just not enough.
Yeah, so incredibly difficult to read that round when you've got 2 players in mid like that for Rush B, and, you know, very nice methodical clearing in from Roman. He did not get caught off by the off angle being held by Executor. And also get good presence of mind that there was likely more than just that one man there. You know, flashing Kira off and doing all that damage. It's well thought out from that vet. Now Muteris does get taken out early, but the trade is immediate. Rosdosh took a lot of damage in his efforts to trade as well, so Rushby will be quite happy with the amount that's been done. Almost finishing off the job is Executor, but still a Rosdosh alive on 7.
Seven HP, 7 kills, and he wants to change one of them. Ideally the kills, but you never really know. Rushby, in the meanwhile, have split up completely across the map. They are trying to find information into ramp, but at the same time, so are very comfortable to just go back and execute onto B. Now, they have plenty of utility, more than their fair share, really. And I think, I'm not sure how far the scope sound goes, but it's possible that Roman might have heard Kira over there as well.
Very unlikely. Oh god. They're trying to go towards the safe bomb site. I mean, Utrix has the package, 20 seconds, and they're able to run in and get so much room. I'm surprised that Rushby have allowed this much space over, but bomb down for sAw, 3-on-3.
Noda just felt like he had to rotate away to deal with the mid presence, and now he might be regretting that story. Aggressive angle taken forward, first kill found, and Kira around the corner. Good luck! Getting that kill too quickly, and turns out luck's on his side. Dosh is low from earlier on. He was likely to be the first one to peek, and well, he wasn't. As a result of that, Noda finds him midair. Quick little shot is all it takes, and Rushby find that 5th, despite looking like they might have lost control.
Yeah, it almost felt like they had a misread on what was happening in this round, and even with the steps being made there, they made these concessions. And if not for the fact that Kira hit some lovely shots on this AWP, I have been already thoroughly impressed with what he's offering up in these sort of post-plant or retaking of site moments. Kira's been quick. Don't think I've much to say wrong with the shots that he's taken outside of that one mid duel with Roman, but that's more credit to Roman. Did not make that shot particularly easy. Last round of the half, though. Let's see if sAw guarantee that advantage or whether Rushby answer back. And it seems as though it could be the latter. Texi, nice kills, but Roman's just hovering around this smoke, and they are going to be able to take so much room over towards B. The trades are great, and a Rosdosh will finally punch it in. 7-5. A T side where sAw will be happy, but let's see if they can be as pleased with CT in the second.
sAw want to try and finish things off while they can with this pistol round. You win over here, and Rush B get put into an awkward situation. Arrows leading the charge, but it's not actually anyone to throw flashes out for the T side, so Arrows' jiggles could be powerful. He is missing out on a timing or two, doesn't realize how close that they have gotten in. He is being run down. Flashes are great, very well layered, and now Noda's good for the one, but Arrows, funnily enough, is still the one who gets a trade. Bomb being punched in, but Arrows is being punched out. 3 versus 4, and sAw are unable to actually get on the bomb site. Looks similar to what we saw from sAw themselves. Rush B have taken a note from sAw's little strat book.
Yeah, a little contact burst into the B bomb site. This time it didn't have that mid lurk as really a factor to worry about, but it was negated even when sAw pulled it off. So just a full-on play to B, and Rush B take the pistol. It is a weird kind of deja vu. I think sAw even had a pretty decent setup for that, all things considered. I mean, the initial probing from a Rosedosh, and then having 2 players that were dedicated towards mid, able to immediately rotate over. Just Rush B were able to scale so far in, courtesy of those flashes. So it is well composed. 0 SMGs being brought forward in the second round here for Rush B, so kind of hoping for their sake they don't lose too many guns. Because sAw are forced. I wasn't sure they were going to do this, but they have forced.
And they've been forced down.
Did Universe really just gun it through mid? Alone?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Did he?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I am...
It's like drunk texting your ex. It's a bad idea.
I am surprised by that
you
move.
gotta do it.
No, you don't. I'm surprised by that move by Muterus, because so typically he is almost seen as like, to me, like the spine of this team. Like if you want to move the body of sAw, you often have to go through Muterus. So Rush B have yanked the spine right out of them, and I do wonder whether or not this just becomes a save call. They have reinforced the B-bomb site. At the moment, Rush B are sieging A. But they are going to rotate in on time. At least to say hello.
Well, that was one chance to try and get a quick deagle kill. That chance is gone. Ujux, however, has more than a deagle. He's a famous boy. Ujux spots out a leg. A little bit small spam out, but Kiro is still nice and hardy. The problem is going to be Texi and Ujux exchanging frags in through the smoke. Still a 3-on-3, but these smokes are now having time run out, and Arrows Roshan has come through and run in. To the bomb site, Ujix finds another one, and Kinky's position is known very much so. Tries to take the duels, but Story still takes him down on the trade. sAw with a great recovery of that round.
Yeah, and a lot of it is due to the fact that Rush B just did not seem comfortable whatsoever with the fact that it was a completely vacant bomb site by the time they start making their way over. Ooh, even the little choke graffiti. Yeah, for me, I just think Rush B hesitated so much going into A, expecting someone to swing it at a given point, and by the time they do start making progress, there's a deagle that rattles from the heavens. There's this FAMAS that's found good timing as well to swing into short. They started to compile and cause compounding problems there for Rush B. So just like that, you know, they win the pistol, they lose against sAw's force, and now they're down on an eco themselves.
And Ujux cleaning it all up. sAw don't lose a single player, they get to keep all 5 rifles. It's a good time. It's a good time over there in Portugal.
Yeah. This isn't the most convincing buy. It's very infrequently that you see squads go for lose to the force save.
Yeah.
But they did get that bomb down, and they move into second round loss bonus. And it is enough to squeak out rifles and a decent amount of utility. What on earth
That
is that?
Can we see that smoke? No. That doesn't land.
No, it didn't.
I think if it went slightly further ahead, maybe. I don't know. Notice when forced off, that's all I know. Is that maybe to deny the Molotov that comes through with the jump throw from ladder?
It's too early for that.
Like, it gives you 20 seconds of Molotov denial. You can stay there for that long because you are trying to take the aggressive angle.
It just seems too early.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd only T-sides only really use that Molotov when they're taking it after the opening 30 seconds.
I think if you use it to... There might be a world where that Molly is used more now to just try and take short in general if you aren't going for the quick rush contest for it. But who knows, man? It's
just
probably
so
just a miss.
Yeah, it's just very... Yeah, it is definitely a miss. It's just... It's very forecastable. You'll hear the player running up the ladder, so...
Full executes coming through, and saw's about to have the pants heated up just a little bit. Aristosh has been smoked off, but he's also been flashed off as well, completely in fact. Muris is blind as a bat, and in the meanwhile, Aristosh is trying to take him 2 ganders at it, and every time he's peeked out into a flashback. It's not a good feeling, but Rushby is feeling good.
Yeah, nice execute on this B-bomb site. Things got awkward looking at it from Orozdosh's point of view. He got Molotoved, he got smoked off, and then as he swung, he got flashed. But also, everyone on Rush B was flashed, so when he swung, nobody saw each other. But they knew he was there, courtesy of the fact that the Molotov got smoked. They were ready. They did not let their guard up, even though the smoke was thrown by someone other than him. Rush B were hyper suspicious. They'll be able to hold on to all 5 on this T side, build some cash, something that eluded them at the start of this half, but now can reassert. Maybe a little bit of dominance. They're of course trailing, but so I've had a couple moments where you would question whether Rush B, given the way that they've performed in the group stage, I guess could be argued as favorites, but so are definitely the team with greater rapport.
They've got the name value. You see that smoke again?
Yeah, that. Now that it's twice in a row, and this time we can actually see the smoke. Yeah. But then there's also an extra smoke that they throw. They're using a lot of resources.
I'll wait for the Nard video.
Now, if I see it a third time, I'm willing to say it's definitely by design.
Well, here's open. Whatever the design is, we haven't seen it so far. Story found by Executor. That is nice little crisp shooting. No fancy weird old smokes. Taxi moves past a smoke of his own. Aristosh will not realize it. He's playing quite defensively over towards his side, and Taxi's definitely got an inkling of what's going on over here. But Aristosh with a flashbang peak still takes so much damage. Noda's here to trade. 3-on-4, Muris on the bomb side. He is expected, but Roman wasn't, and Roman's come through with a quick double. Brings it back to even Steven. Bombs being planted now, and that's when they want to make a move. Kiro putting it down, and Roman picking him up and choke slamming him down from the 48th floor. Roman gets 4.
Yeah, and Noda, a nice attempt, but he also hung his teammate out to dry by going around those smokes. He had to pull through on the clutch. His first kill was quick, but Roman very quick to collect on that trade. Some nice support being offered as well into that B-bomb site, just continuing to pepper these Rush B players over those smokes. Were people critical of Roman's fragging? Maybe in bursts, maybe in moments, sure. But like you said, the guy can do late rounds.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes he does just have like genuine pop-offs. He is my Portuguese rain.
I'm with you on that one, I suppose. Even if Rain isn't necessarily attributed to the most late round plays, he makes
Sure.
late game plays.
Yes.
And Roman is similar in that regard. Ujix feels like it's unfair that you can ring his bell through a steel wall. Or a steel beam.
Here you see like the middle of, like the eye stem of the beam is the thinnest part.
It's steel, and Rush B looking to steal, ramp right back in the favor. Problem is just going up against Big R himself. Flashbang through, Roman will be forced away as a result of it. Ujix trying to nestle back in, there's still the Molotov that they need, and Ujix, who was mollied up earlier on, rather dinked up earlier on through the seal. Now his position is down. Smoke buys him a lot of time and space, and with Arazdosh starting to sway backwards, all he has to do is try and stay alive. If Taxi can't find a kill up ahead, then there's no way for Rush B to actually rotate back to the B-bomb side. And look at this trap that's set up on A. 3 of these CTs peek forward. Roman's the one to find the frags. Ujix now comes in and Story ends it. Only Taxi, and with 20 seconds, you might be better off trying to save this AK. And he's realized it as well.
Yeah, fantastic timing for that push. Rush B were just about to compose themselves, just about to set up for util on that A-bomb site, and that's when sAw decided to swing. And sure, there were guns drawn for Rush B, but I'm sure they would have been thinking about the next step before they progress. Only for the floor to be taken out from under them. An excellent choice from sAw to aggress in that moment, and Rush B are going to feel worse for wear. They may have beat them in the regular season, but in the group stage... Listen, Rush B have already got quite a few wins. Said Rush B would be hungrier, given that they rarely get chances like this, and being a newer team to enter this level. So maybe still have a point to prove.
Well, they certainly do want to try and compete for the top. I believe this ties sAw up with Rush B if they win over here. Alright. Yes, they would both be 4 and 2. And in the meanwhile, spoiler alert, by the way, guys, Sinners is not doing that well against 9 Pandas right now. They're 0 and 5. So you never know. This could end up being a 3-way tie for the top.
Yeah.
Oh dear. That felt like it should have been a kill.
Yeah. Now they're gonna save.
That'd be a little bit difficult to justify. But the fact that Taxi has $0, well, none of the conversation is going to be relevant. You've lost one, and Executor, he is certainly better off saving.
Now this is a hell of a save spot, I must say.
Take it home.
It's interesting. It's different.
I'm not here.
I want Muterus to catch him off, but if he clears it, I will actually be so astounded.
Oh,
well,
dear.
Well now.
No,
now
that
they
wasn't
know.
Executor. That wasn't Executor,
Oh.
was it? That was someone else.
No. I think it was. I think it was him.
Have you heard of the term "sucks to be you"?
Yeah, I have. A lot, actually.
All right, let's not go back to your childhood, Michael.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you're the one that brought it up.
No. Rush B are in a bit of a sucks to be you position right now. Tech 9. Galil. Kinky is probably going to be on a Mac 10 or a Galil himself as well.
I mean, there's only this round of the best of ones, and then one more after. So
Yeah.
it does feel like we are entering this weird, almost like 4-horse race, 3-horse race.
And sAw are definitely trying to get this stable up and running. If they win this map, then they certainly do enter that race.
Yes, absolutely.
Are they threatening to rush B? Well, no, not really. Not in the meanwhile, taken down by Story. And the Ujux will not let off the pressure.
This has to be a golden call. Keep us in this map. So are really chancing it on some of the attempts here. Just walking through on the reload. That's a great kill to find. Capitalizing on Ujurk's hovering round on short. Brings it back to 4-on-4. And Roman still hangs around at the sandbags. There is a Molotov available here for Texi if they're deciding that's going to have to clear it out, and they do throw it right at Roman, but a smoke immediate, so he's out of there.
Story's also trying to recover what Ujurks lost earlier on, and Kiki's turned away at the worst possible time. Story started off the round, and he might have sealed the deal over here as well. Nice boost to counter things out. Kiro showing us something new every day, but at the same time, Kiro's not just doing it new, he's doing the old-fashioned way as well. Roman, next to fall, Story still keeps himself relevant. In the op contention, he will find himself up to 3 as well. Arizdosh taking some elevation, and Executor's taking a lot of space. He knows where Story is, but Story has evaded capture so far. Executor is hunting and searching for a ghost, and he's lost his life in the process. Story turned around and checked the corner. Texi now with 10 seconds. Feels like he's got no chance at all. Story looking for the full ace, and he should be able to find it. sAw will get 13.
Oh my goodness, what came over Story in that one? That was fantastic to watch. Some great awareness as well about where these next fights were going to be coming from, and some very fast shooting towards the end. So a great win for sAw towards the end of this game. The first half was a bit more...